You know, I got a few more things to say about this golden hobo before we wrap it up. Cry me a river. Other than being known for being a crier, a little crier, a little crybaby, a little man who weaponizes his tears to just melt the hearts of women and pretend like he's being vulnerable and he's literally not doing anything. Just cries. He cries and cries and cries. Any woman who's ever married a man like this, or their dad was like this, or dated a man like this, hates men who cry. Not when they cry in a genuine way, but these men, they ruin the crying for everybody. This is like old version of Normalize. I got some stuff I want to talk about that golden hope because I'm not done. Before I talked about how you should never move for a man and like whatever. But I just want to remind people, A, that man never even like, we still don't know who he is. He is a classic example of like the crying man who seems so emotionally intelligent, but he's dead inside. He had nothing to say. All he did was validate women. But when men just do that in order to manipulate you and get you to think that they actually like you, like these men are so good. They're so good. That man, I've already done videos on this. All he did was say, basically, I love how you make me feel. I love how you love me. I love how you're so kind. None of that is about the women themselves. I don't think he even knew Teresa. No wonder she wants to divorce this little hobo. He lied about being like a restaurateur. He lied about not dating anybody. I'm actually going to show you just how much he lied because the Hollywood Reporter came out with a follow-up that I want to show an example, A, of how good these men are. But if I just cry, then women will think, oh, he's not toxically masculine. Oh, he is vulnerable. No. Now, I love men that are able to cry. A lot of men can't. Those are in the Andrew Tate bin. Like garbage. Like, raw, cars, women. More like teenagers. Where are you going? Okay, he's bored. And then you have Jordan Peterson, who are like, why won't women let me cry? I cry all the time to manipulate that. I'm a sensitive man. I'm an artist. I'm a nerd. I'm a sensitive man. And women won't let me be that way. No, men won't let you be that way. And women who get annoyed with you are probably because they see right through those tears. I don't want to discourage men from crying. A lot of men need to learn how to cry. But their timing of their crying, why they're crying, how they're crying. Because a lot of times they're centering themselves. You know, the same way my people, white women, use our tears to manipulate. These men do it too. I don't want to hurt you, but I'm breaking up with you. He meant so much to me. But he says it to every single one of them. Like, shut up, brah. This man also never said anything. I don't even know who he is. I don't know anything about him, really. Other than most of the things he said ended up being a lie. All he did. Like, we were, like, the women on that show, we got to know a lot of them. Sandra's still my favorite. I love her. So schmegs positive, so confident. I just love that she's just like, just shamelessly who she is. I want more women with that energy, you know? Like, she was just like unapologetic. I love that. I love Susan. She was, you know, like kind of like the leader of the girls club, you know? I just love the friendships of those women. And that's why first of all, it's insulting that show existed at all. The idea that like women should be pining after an old man. Why would you be competing to be a hospice wife? Thank you, Candace Kelly, for that term. The premise of the show is insulting. Insulting. Right? Why would any women be in? That man made so many women, broke so many women's hearts so that they could what? Marry him? A little hobo you're going to take care of? A liar? You know, like a man, like literally in his 70s. Do you know how to change diapers? You probably do. If you had kids, you probably changed all of them because your husband, if you had one, sucked too. And now you're going to be changing little Gerry's diapers. The premise of the show was so dumb. This whole like, honey, you can find love at any age. Yeah. Why don't we talk about platonic love at that age? Because at that age, most women are not going to get anything from that relationship. They're literally going to give and give and give and probably die before these men because they're so exhausting to take care of men like that. You king babies who are old. You think their king baby entitlement gets better with age if they're not working on themselves? No, of course, it's going to get so much worse. By the time they're Gerry's age, they're a menace. The premise itself, dumb, right? And now they want a golden bachelorette. Now, I always think that that's a little bit like nicer because it's all these men fighting over women, as it should be, which is more realistic given how women are just tapping out and don't want to date men at all. And men are going to literally be like, the competition's going to get real stiff in our favor. Unless those men are younger than her, don't do it. Don't do it. Only date younger men, because these older men haven't taken care of themselves and you're going to take care of them. So the premise is okay if it's men fighting over her and they're younger, so that their health is probably equal because the men are younger. Because again, the old men don't take care of themselves. Still, like, it's still just insult. But now we're not even going to have like genuine friendships between men probably. Maybe we will. That's the only reason why The Golden Bachelor was fun to watch, is like literally just take Gerry out of the equation and let these women live in a house together. I would watch that show and actually enjoy it instead of being like, no, the whole time. The fact that Gerry, like, the whole world was like, Gerry. But a lot of women could see right through that. He never really talked about the women and what he could bring. It was always what he's getting. You love me so, you make me feel. Like I said, if men say, oh, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. What? Even that passive language is kind of messed up if that's how they're always talking about you. You don't happen to him. What? Is he an active participant in this, or is he a passive hero in this story? Because I don't want a passive hero. By hero, I just mean the main character of a story. I want an active partner, not a passive one. You're my rock. You're my angel, like in the Walk the Line breakdown I did the other day. Ugh, don't ever be a man's angel. I'm nothing without you, my better half, all this crap. That is still like, what am I getting? What are you bringing to the table? The stupid table. Fork your table. I want to show that this man, like, he was exposed as a little golden hobo a long time ago. But let's see what he really got out of this show. I think like most people are going on the show knowing that they might become famous or get some sort of brand deals and whatever. Even though a lot of times those are very short-lived. But it's usually some sort of career boost. And then if they find love, great. But like, we know that's not really why most people go on these shows, right? But the Hollywood Reporter came out with another article. Remember, they're the ones who did that expose showing that Gerry, the whole story about him having never dated anybody was a scam. That he literally like screwed over that one woman, had her living in his house, had her slipping money under the table at restaurants so he could be the big man who pays, even though she's bankrolling him. Like, this man was literally just hobo. Janitor, law, something, owned a burger joint, wasn't a restaurateur, all this stuff. Like, the love of my life. Again, I never trust a man whose wife dies before him. Like, what'd you do, bro? But, that man, he fooled a lot of people. That show rejuvenated the whole franchise. Look at this. Huge. Now, there's a spinoff, all right? This whole premise is so insulting to women, but okay. But this right here, he has an agent. I don't have any idea how hard it is for people to get agents. He has an agent. Gersh. It's like CAA or Gersh or one of these other ones. I don't have an agent. I have a literary agent. I don't have an agent. I've been doing this stuff for almost 20 years. And then this little hobo goes on a dating show, lies, cries, and then convinces a woman to marry him. And then she's like, oh, prenup. And he's like, okay, bye. But he's got the agent. Classic hobo move. Someone talking about his dating history. Oh, hello. But I know, you want attention or something? And he was trying to defend himself. He was, I guess I've dated a number of women, but when it comes to this, how do you find when you're in a relationship? How do you define that? Like, she lived with you. I'd say you were in a relationship, but he's like, no, I wasn't. Oh, okay, I get it. I'm wrapping it up. What cracks me up is like, y'all never talked about this? You never talked about this. How you were going to be full-time grandparents. Like, what? My mutual, Cecilia Regina, said that she knows more about The Bachelor than I do. She said The Bachelor will even help you get a home. It's not about home. I bet you $1 million. This man was like, crap, she signed a prenup. Crap, she doesn't want to leave her family. And she's probably like, this man kind of sucks. Now that she's actually getting to know him, instead of trying to win him over like the pick-me she was being on that show, she finally came to her senses, realized her worth, and was like, bye, hobo, bye.